Okay, let's learn to play Legacy and Nauseam Tendrils. This is the deck list. It's also down here. There's a link to MTG Goldfish for the full list. I am just playing Cyrus's straight 75 with no modifications, because I believe that Cyrus knows more than I do about the deck. I'm also using a sideboard guide, which I should have made a short link for, but we'll drop that in the chat. And that's something I can fix in between rounds. So, Cyrus has already explained why his deck is built the way it is, so let's just go ahead and play. I'm going to start with just a couple in the tournament practice round, just because I'm still getting used to the deck. I would like to play Ant. I would like to resize my game a bit. No, go up here. Get to go first, yay! This hand has ample search, but no black source for this Thoughtseize, and isn't really doing anything, but given how much ability it has to find things, I'm going to keep it with the plan of pondering, hoping to find a land and something else to do. Alright, here comes my ponder. No joy on this one, but did find another ponder and a preordain. Ponder again next turn. I'm only seeing one deeper, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle because I've already got the brainstorms. Of course, I could get brainstorm locked, and that would be terrible. Grove, so he's probably on lands. And a gamble. He's definitely on lands. Not a great deck to be down in the land count on. And he discarded a Punishing Fire. So let's brainstorm and see if we can get luckier this time. Oh, and a fetch land. Perfect. He's unlikely to have anything super duressable, or Thoughtseizable for that matter, other than an exploration, so I guess I will go ahead and duress looking for exploration. And I'll put back the Cabal one of the Cabal Rituals. Unfortunately, couldn't go for a basic there, which I would prefer to be doing against lands. There's a Loam and a Library are only legal targets. Obviously, discarding Loam is very bad, so we'll take the Sullivan Library. Put these revealed cards up here. Then pass the turn back. So now he has the option of either Life from the Loam, which gets nothing but puts it in his yard, or Wastelanding us. I think Wasteland is the obvious choice here. And there it is. He did get a Mox Diamond, so he's going to have 2 lands in his yard. Discarded a Barbarian Ring, and he'll hit us with Punishing Fire. Or either he'll get the Punishing Fire off the grave. Excuse me. Keeping track of all this gets difficult. And he also has the Barb Ring. Handling the revealed cards is kind of hard against lands. Again, got into a fetch land, but we know that he has Wasteland in hand. Huh. Just really don't know. Let's see. What's our mana like? We can go in Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can pass in Flames and make just a ton of mana, but we can't actually search for anything, so we still have no plan. So unfortunately I will again be fetching. This time I will not be fetching on our turn though. So I'm going to put back one of each ritual. I'm going to keep the petals because we know that we're going to be constrained on land-based mana for the rest of the game. Will he dredge? There's the Ghost Quarter. Did not dredge. What is Ghost Quarter targeting? I can't even tell. Show you. Oh god, why does this have to pop around so much? He's Ghost Quartering the island. That's actually not terrible, because that's a free shuffle to go get a swamp. There's an Infernal Tutor, and we can cast the entire hand, Past in Flames. Super Cobra, I am running 1 island plus duels. The deck list is listed there at the bottom of the window. So this is Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, Past in Flames, 5, 6, Infernal Tutor. It's not quite enough. Let's see. I'll be up to 3 mana. I have 7 exactly. 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 5 is 6, 7, 8, 9. Minus 4 for Past in Flames is 5. Minus 3 is, or minus 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8, plus another 2 is 10. Get Infernal Tutor, and I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, Infernal Tutor, 4 Infernal Tutor, 4 Tendrils. There we go. Found it. Took me a second, but I found it. This is the part that I'm trying to get a lot better at, is being able to do that a lot more quickly in my head. Pop out this giant graveyard. Oh, is the background noise that bad? That would be my air conditioner. I'll go turn it off. Only April, but it's already like 85 degrees outside. Get the Dark Ritual. Get the Cabal Ritual. 7. 8. There we go. I thought I had the noise gated out, but I guess I did not gate it well enough. Oh no, I can't control F for lands on this sideboard guide. Well, I guess I'll have to guess. Well, I'm guessing Ground Seal's real good. What else do I want? I think Ground Seal is the only thing I'm really worried about, because it stops the Loam, which is just sweet. And other than that, that just like stops their ability to punish our mana. Let's see. I guess also want bounce for potential thorns and things like that. Thought Seizes. And I probably don't want to be sacking lands. So that looks about right. This seems terrible because all I can do is make mana and then pass the turn. So, go for our next one. This seems even worse because I only have one shot with all of these cantrips. Let's go. Here we go. Well, we're putting back 3 of these, 2 of these, which is going to be probably the 2 C's, and then Brainstorm, or sorry, Preordain first. Let's keep. Oh god, I just did the thing everyone's been doing with the new mulligan, and I clicked the wrong card. Oh well, shit happened. Chalice on 1? Do we lose? There's a Chalice on 1. That's fun. And a Sphere. Not in real great position right. Well, a Chain of Vapor will get us out of that eventually, once the Chalice is gone. Suppose the Decays should have come. That makes sense. Probably more than the Ground Seal. And he's already got a win condition. I'm just going to go ahead and go. Because this game doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, let's bring in the Decay. Preordain. Yes, I would like to go first, and I would like to have an okay hand. Well, that again makes a whole lot of mana and then does absolutely nothing. That's much better as long as there's not a Chalice on, so I'll keep that. And I'm going to put... Yeah, 1 or 2 Chalice sounds about right. Even with the new mulligan making it easier to turn 1 something like that, more than that in lands seems odd. Especially given that they play, what, 8 1-drops? There's an Echoing Truth for whatever their hate piece is. Brainstorm's probably going to have to put back Swamp, given that they've got a Ghost Quarter on the board. At least, that gives us a lot better value out of it. Now our hand's starting to look like it does something. Two pieces of bounce, 2 really good combos. Put back the Swamp first. And since the Chain of Vapor is probably worse, I'm playing out the Petal so I can bounce a Sphere on their turn. And there's the Ghost Quarter. Yes, thank you for the free shuffle. Let's continue to dig with Preordain. I've got the black and he doesn't have the recurring. I'm going to go ahead and get my red source. Lion's Eye, not as good right now. Don't think I want the ritual. Well, we'll need it. And there's going to be a wasteland on the. I'm kind of glad I got one of the lower value lands. Infernal Tutor. Now we're starting to look like really do something. Infernal Tutor. Not quite there yet. How do I want to handle the sphere? That's problematic. Oh, lands help. Currently the plan is waiting until I draw like the kill, bounce the sphere, and then kill. Still a little ways off. Don't want to lose this Lotus spell to bounce and not have the game in hand. Fortunately, he's not doing a whole. I'll pay 2 to Preordain. That's really not that big. There's the ritual and a ponder. Ritual it will be. Have another turn because I still have to bounce this sphere. Ponder on bottom, take the Cabal ritual, and plan on bouncing the sphere. Not in the next turn, but I am at 7 in hand. Yeah, I think with crop rotation into bog, it might be better just to go for the ad nauseam. We're also much closer to reasonably. On Wasteland Ghost. There goes the sea. Coded a depths diamond. Wanted to see. Play out the LED. Pass back. And basically waiting on, I think, one more land and bounce the sphere and go. Ghost Quarter on the swamp. That's killer. I knew he had that. The game. I'm guessing he's looking for stage here to hurry up and end this game. Yeah, that's gonna just about do it. And since this is not a league, I'm gonna go ahead and concede to that, because my outs to that are like Cabal Ritual off of like 4 lands played on the same turn. Not great. Oh hey look, there's already someone waiting for another game. Yes, I would like to go first with my Storm deck. Well, this is pretty alright. We're kind of headed towards victory already. We've got protection, so we'll start with protection, work from there. Don't forget, kids, you always want to use protection, especially when you're storming. Eternal Tutor, Dark Ritual, Elodie, Past and Flame. I'll have to go back and look at that. That's exactly why we're here, for lines like that I'm missing. Ghostly Prison, Padim, Console of... I have no idea what this is. 2 Thespian Sage, 2 Island. I'm going to guess that this is... Antiquities War? But I really don't care about Ghostly Prison Game, so I'll take the... I could Infernal Tutor here for Lotus Petal, and then next turn cast Ad Nauseam. Hey, the practice room is usually pretty real decks, but as you've just pointed out, since we're in the practice room, I'm going to Infernal Tutor for Lotus Petal so that I can Ad Nauseam next turn just with no rituals. Of course, that's super dangerous if I don't play. Get mismatched Lotus Petals too. The other option is I can Ad Nauseam on their turn, so I draw a million cards, then go to my turn and untap. Oh hey, that is exactly what you said, right as I said it. I remember the first time someone ever did that to me, and I said, wait a minute, ad nauseam's an instant? That seems really good. So we'll go for one step. Draw all the cards. Yes. You may have a ghostly prison. That is fine. All skulls. Got a Past in Flames. That's a great place to start. Of course, it hurts a lot. Yes, I would like to repeat. And does nothing. Rain of Filth. I'm going to have 4 black mana. Writ. Getting closer. Thoughtseize. Not getting closer. There's a Ponder not getting. Fall Ritual. You have the Infernal Tutor, so we're at 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. More. There's a ritual. So now we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tutor. Done. Now. Could actually go further because I don't have any 6-drops. Hope to land. Cast the. Not use it yet. Since I have no idea what his deck is trying to do, I will duress. I have the extra. That is an Anointed Procession. If you would create 1 or more tokens under your control, create twice that many. I'm super into whatever this person is trying to do. And then Fall Ritual. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Storm Counter. Infernal Tutor. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Oh no. Oh, I fucked up. How do I get myself out of this conundrum? Ponder and see. Well, this sure is embarrassing. Yep. I think I'm boned. On the other hand, their deck doesn't do anything. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop to myself. Having no idea what they're doing, I'll bring in Hurkyl's Recall because I know they're making a bunch of artifacts. Empty the Warrens because they'll probably take Ghostly. Land Lotus Petal and 2 Preordained. Don't need to particularly fast against them. And I'm at exactly 60. And they conceded. Well, that was a good lesson to learn. So I'm gonna grab some more water real quick and then join a league and we can play for real skis. And that person's right back in, hopefully thinking that, or probably thinking they don't want to play against it. Let's join a league. Join league. With play a match. All right, got a match. Playing against 42 AD. What happened in the year 42 AD? We have a Brainstorm and a Thoughtseize and a Cabal Therapy. This hand seems okay. We can go and find the things we need. We have ample protection. Year 42 AD, the Apostle Paul converted to Christianity. That is the most relevant thing. Starting with the Thoughtseize, so that's fun. Taking a Brainstorm, reasonable. This may be not only a mirror match, it could be mirror play. I draw lines at him and we can have the exact same turn. Oh. Yeah, now they're almost certainly. Nope. They have a Monastery Mentor and a Teferi the Time Wrap. The Mentor is significantly more threatening, so that is what I'm. Even though they don't actually have the ability to cast either of their three. Yeah, 8-bit 9mm, your guess is just as good as mine on this one. Since they showed, I guess it's probably like an Esper Mentor deck, which is a real thing. Since they've already shown discard, I'm going to play one but not both of the petals. LED might be Salvagers. Yeah, that's a good guess. Salvagers combo would be pretty nutty with Monastery Mentors. That's what? Yeah, I really don't know what it is that he's doing. I am gonna therapy away the Teferi. Just leave him with no business, though. Of course, he has brain. Let's see if he protects it. So probably putting Teferi back, so then my therapy doesn't know anything, so I'm going to name the card I least want him to have that is likely to be in a main deck, which is going to be... That said, yesterday someone did this exact same thing to me and kept the Teferi in there. That's fucking sweet. So they did keep the Teferi. The Teferi, naming Teferi would have hit. They have a Tendrils of Agony and an Empty the Warrens in their hand. And I would very much like to see their deck list. So they top decked Preordain. And yeah, if anyone knows what deck this is, sure would love to see it. Thoughtseize is me. Top Moto. I'm going to tell him this deck list is a thing. So we're just doing a stone cold nothing right now. Well, they're not drawing lands, that's always positive. What is going on? So this is probably the Teferi. Yep. They can respond to my Tendrils of Agony with the Tendrils of Agony. So that's neat. Well, there's an Ad Nauseam, and he's currently tapped out, so this is probably as good a time as any to go for it without him being able to Tendrils in response. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we actually do know both cards in his hand, too, so we know that we are free to fly. Oh, that was terrible. I should have fetched first to make the Cabal Ritual get more mana. I again embarrass myself. I drew a Lotus Petal. That's a good one to have. Vernal Tutor is a good one to have. Storm is meh. Preordain is okay. There's the Tendrils. So now I am on. I have 2 Past in Flames still in the deck. And the Dark Petition. There's the LED. That's going to help a bunch. Infernal Tutor for 5 mana, so Infernal Tutor for Past in Flame. Then go through this again. I'm going to keep drawing, though, because I don't have... There's the Past in Flames. That's actually kind of unfortunate. Infernal for another LED. There you go. Glad someone knows what they're doing, because I don't. Four, 5 off Infernal. 3, 4, 5. At 4. 4, 5, 6. Ritual is 7. There's my land. 7. Oh, and that's lethal because he's a Thank you for calling out that I had a land drop. LED. Get an LED. Red. Doesn't actually matter. I don't even need... Yep, I have enough mana with the tendrils. I didn't actually need to even go through the Past in Flames. Alright. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to bring here. I'm going to guess that the Massacre's pretty good. I'm going to guess that the Echoing Truth's pretty good. Empty the Warrens is probably. I got the Reign of Filth. Take out 1 Past in Flames because they're likely to rest in peace. 62. Preordain. And the Dark Petition. That seems reasonable, given that I have no idea what's going on. Empty the Warrens in hand, that's not where I want. But I do have a skill-intensive Brainstorm, an Infernal Tutor, a Ritual, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Probably looking to shuffle back the empty ones. And there's a Thoughtseize. Probably taking Brainstorm, given my hand. Yep. Yeah, I'm excited to post a screenshot of this guy's board state so we can see if anyone on the Twitters knows what the hell is going on. Another Thoughtseize. I would guess taking the... Well, all he's done is Thoughtseize and Ponder. Let's duress and see if he... Well, that qualifies. So he had Mentors, he had Tendrils, he had Empty the Warrens. I'm going to take Infernal Tutor because it is the most business-like of his spells. He can make mana but not do anything. He's at 5 in the graveyard, so taking the Cabal Ritual soon won't do anything. Taking the Dark Ritual. Or rather, flip those around. Taking the Dark Ritual, his Cabal Ritual is still fine. Taking the Cabal Ritual, obviously. There's the Massacre in case we ever need it. I do appreciate that this person is playing the correct Art of Dark Ritual, which I am not doing. It just occurred to me that play Massacre to build Storm. Like, one, two, just make 6 goblins and say go. That's like, I mean, it's legal. It could totally get there given that he's already at 14. You could also just make 4 goblins and say go. Because that's going to be a 4-turn clock. Antidote. Also Infernal Tutor for Lotus Petal. I'm going to Infernal Tutor for Lotus Petal. 2. Yeah, and just make a bunch of goblins. Given that they are doing stone cold nothing. Make 8 goblins, and it could be 10. That's not actually a difference in the number of turns it's going to take, so I'm going to keep. He did nothing. All right. To not lose, they need to, win or get a mentor and cast some stuff after. Thought sees me. Yeah, I guess doesn't hurt him to go down 2. Takes the ritual. That's interesting. Maybe sideboarded out the mentors. Of course, it's almost certainly not relevant anymore. Because what are they going to do off to Pyroclasm? That would be sweet. I would internet high five this guy if he Pyroclasm. Also, just what's our storm at? Past in Flames. Nice. So we have the kill. Even a chip shot tendrils is great here, and he still has the past in Flames. Well, it seizes himself. There's the tendrils. For 18 for Xaxes. Wow, very cool, very well done. I stand by my choice to make goblins, but that was pretty sweet from him. I'm going to keep this the way it is. I still think that Massacre has the chance to be quite good. Yes, I'd like to go for. Oof, cannot cast any of our spells. Preordain, Brainstorm follow-up, Cabal Therapy on them. I'm going to keep this, getting rid of one of the brains. Also Therapy here, but think I'd rather build my hand given that he's not doing anything. I already have a Brainstorm that will go on bottom. Take the Infernal Tutor because I'm echoing truth away from having natural hellbent. Therapy me. What are you? Does this jump around? Dark Ritual would be a good name here. Named Infernal Tutor. Wow. Good guess. Ponder. Hope to find a land drop and we can cabal. No shuffle. Let's therapy. And I am also going to is the thing I least want my opponent, given that they already have an Ellie. They did indeed have an Infernal Tutor. Also, Ponder, Flusterstorm, and a Flusterstorm. The Flusterstorm, good knowledge to have. Probably fetch with the Flusterstorm, fetch with the Flutterstrand, and a Ponder. Oh. Or we'll get Thought Seized again. Brainstorm, now the fetch. Let's do. You know, I could have seen Flusterstorming there. I guess you lose the blood as well. That part's. Haven't seemed to be on monks thus far, so I'm going to put back the Echo Truth. Go ahead and play out the LED, respecting this card that they have had just unbelievable amounts of. Let's fetch away stuff we left up. Double Cabal Ritual. We're well on our way to making a whole bunch of mana. Maybe we should have sideboarded in like Karavek's Torch. Ooh, Tormod's Crypt. Interesting. The chance that this Tormod's Crypt just gets end of turn returned to hand, just to force him to crack it at some point. Brainstorming, I'm going to keep that Flush of Storm listed as a revealed card because given that he knows we're on Storm, seems real unlikely that's ever going back into their deck, unless they're just killing me that. And another Brainstorm. Doing lots of things over there. I don't like it. Let's find something to do here. I'm actually really inclined to put back the Stark Ritual, but he does have the Tormod script, which makes Cabal Rituals worse. So I'm going to put that on top under the Therapy and keep the Therapy for the Flush of Storm. If maybe we'll get lucky in the end. Did indeed have the Flush of Storm. Also a Dark Writ and a Past in Flame. Let's pop out the graveyard, see what his Past in Flames looks like. He has an Infernal Tutor. He has a shitload of mana just in general board. So he's probably going to go Dark Ritual, Past in Flames, sack LED. Dark Ritual, I'm at 17. That's going to be 2, 3, 4. Still doesn't quite have it yet. Well, it looks like he's going for it. I'm going to F6, and if he makes a bunch of tokens, that's my problem. Thought sees me, so yep, get that anyway. How far away is this guy? Does he still have an Infernal? He does not have an Infernal to use. Ah, he just draws it. Nice. Cool game. That was really fun to watch. Well, fun to experience. Unfortunate to lose. Very cool game. I'm tweeting that someone needs to get me a copy of that deck. And since it is now after 5, somewhere in America, what a tasty beverage. And we'll rejoin, get another match going. And prepared. Yes, would like to go first. It has protection, has backup protection, has Infernal Tutor LED and Past in Flames. I'm super down with everything this hand's doing. Oh no. Well, we're playing against Eldrazi. Eldrazi Post. I'm thinking next turn we're gonna wanna Cabal Therapy that thought. We'll preordain first in case our status changes. Past in Flames we've already got. Lotus Petal I kind of like getting just to play out now to play around all of the hate they're like. Also, Tutor. Thought Not has a hyphen in it. Oh no, I forgot. Pose. Rocket. Get their Thought Not Seer. They have nothing going on for a little bit. Play the Cloud Post. I think if we get a mana source, we can go for a Nauseam. From 1, 2, 3, and then 2 and 4. One short of that. Let's find some more mana. There's the Tendrils, which I don't really want. I would much rather have the Past in Flames. Yeah, you know, that's the thing I keep missing in my head is that I don't have to Storm for 20 every turn. I can also Infernal Tutor for 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. get Ball Ritual down to 2, plus 5 is 7. Cast and Flame 5, leaving 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, Cabal. Five and 6. Not quite. You know, maybe I'm supposed to keep that draw the tendrils and just hope he does 2 to himself this turn. That might be the better. Because with Suba, that's going to copy a Cloud Post. Here is pretty bad. Because I put the land, go ahead and shuffle it away. Okay, again, this is where it's fun, where we get to count every single time we draw cards. Not have enough for Cabal Ritual yet. Can't get there. So we would go, call this 3 mana. For simplicity, 3, 4, go to 2, add 5, 7. Infernal Tutor. 1, 2, 3, 5. No, we have the kill, I just have to get to it. I mean, that's one of those things. They have Warping Whale. It's like, high five, bro. You had fucking Warping Whale. That's great. Hold down our control button and maintain priority. Black Cassari. Lotus Petal. Some 4. Come on. Storm 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh man. I need to get a lot better at this deck. Oh, I think I just loop Ritual. That's what I want. Seven. 8. Infernal Tutor takes 9 Storm and 7 mana. Demonic Tutor that is unrestricted on Legacy, and there we go, conceded. Alright, what does my say? Keep all mana in. Cut half discard against non-blue decks with permanent base haste, especially Eldrazi. Not bring in the Do not bring in the decay, but I'm worried about Chalice. But we'll start with getting rid of the duresses on Cabal therapy, because most of their hate is a lot of their good stuff is creep. Rid of the Rain of Filth because we just about always. Now to bring things empty. This is where it's funny. I'm not sure what comes in. I guess the Hercules is bounce, and then the Abrupt Decay is just to fill out the deck. That all seems quite reasonable. Hey, Technomage, follow me. Thanks a whole bunch. Hope I pronounced that right. All right. We have Protection. We have Dig. Yeah, Echoing Truth would also be a good one. They're bringing in Ley Lines. Yeah, I don't know if I would as them, but I also haven't played as. I'm going to keep this and hope to open on Thoughtseize. Eldrazi Post tapped is a nice thing for them. Oh, and a basic swamp. That's just what I was going to go get. Alright, they have Ratchet Bomb, Reality Smasher, Thorn of Amethyst, and All Is Dust. All Is Dust is the board wipe. I want to read all colored permanents. This is a 7-mana answer to Empty the... And Ratchet Bomb is an answer to Empty the Warrens and the... and like the LEDs and stuff. Taking the Thorn, obviously. Reality Smasher's a ways away. Oh, Therapy Zone. Glimmer Post, now we have to count to 11. Ratchet Bomb, so we're not going to be playing out our artifact mana. Now let's preordain. Oop. Basic, because they're usually on some amount of this land. Though we have not seen one yet. I don't know how I feel about the Decay. The Decay is definitely playing for the long. C's going on the bottom for sure. I have 2. The Decay is... I mean, he has a lot of stuff that I want to decay. He has a lot of hate that I want to decay. Decaying the Ratchet Bomb could become relevant, so I am going to put that on top, but I think that's probably a 50-50 play, given that it's not a thing that gets us towards. Plays a land called Waste. It is like a wasteland. We're going to go for Brainstorm, Fetch. We're going to skill intensively, perfectly Brainstorm. Ronald Tutor, that's a thing we want. Man, we have a lot of lands. This is sweet. We get to shuffle back a bunch of cards that don't do anything. Polluted Delta is the best fetch. We'll put back Bloodstained and a Tropical Island. But then, somewhat ironically, fetch for the Tropical Island. This is where in real life you flip the card off the top of the deck and without looking, and then shuffle your deck. Rituals, so we're getting towards there. I have 5 in the graveyard with this one on the stack. I don't really have anything else to do with this stuff. I still have to empty my hand for this in front. Get a Thoughtseize. That's not terrible. We can take this Reality Smasher and dramatically increase the amount of time left in the game. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is another case of playing not to lose instead of playing to win. The Caracas double all this does. This guy really doesn't want us to be emptying any warrants. I'm going to take Reality Smash. Now he has no proactive cards in his hand. So we know he drew Ayavugan. I love when they play the land that they drew. It's so helpful. Well, let's skill-intensively brainstorm. We're one card away from being able to play our whole hand in an Infernal Tutor with an empty. Lovely. Oh, we have Dark Petition now, so we can... We have to count to 11 this turn, though. And presumably he's getting some big fat motherfucker. I'm putting back the C for sure. I think he's on the big fat fucker plan, so I'm going to put back the Decay. Now I can go... Fetch, Ponder, hopefully get something. That will put us to 2 Storm, 3, 4, 5, off Dark Petition. Dark Petition. Dark Petition just getting LED would not be terrible, and then Infernal Tutor for Past in Flames. I think that's actually going to be the lines. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LED. 7. Past in Flames. Yeah, that's a lethal. But we do have to empty our hand for... Oh, actually, we don't even have to... We can. There's no reason not to. See those cards. We want to thought and not see them. That back. I don't want any of these. You know, Past in Flames, you're really showing up in my hand at all the times that are the least possibly convenient. I'm still gonna Infernal Tutor for Past in Flames. Ironically. Us. Pop that in. Yeah, it doesn't really matter that I drew Past in Flames. It's just one of those, come on, man. I was going to go get you. You didn't have to show up. I didn't forget that you were in the deck. Do, unfortunately, have to pop LED for red, which is the worst color. And then a Concede. Sweet. That was really cool. I'm really happy with having gotten the line there. So, 1 and 1. That's positive. I mean, neutral. Positive. Better than it could be. League round 3. Another match. Match. I love when you click join match and then you're the one waiting, because the other person was waiting for someone to get paired against. That said, the person at full is pretty freaky. Lost the die roll to hyphen jacks hyphen. All right, we have lots of dig, little protection. Pretty happy with this. And the fact that they're going first, I actually kind of like, because it gives me some info about the safety of fetching a duel. This is where, and I know this is really aggressive, I'm a really big fan of going Lotus Petal, Brainstorm, Fetch, follow up with the discard. And having drawn the second Lotus Petal, I know this is relatively greedy, I'm going to go ahead and do. Oh, man. Ritual, we can ad nauseam next turn. So with the using the Lotus Petal for that makes that a lot less of a good idea. I'm going to put back the LED. Don't want to put back the Volk because I want to make my land drop next turn. I'm going to put back the Preordain. I already have the. Right now, I think I'm playing to casting the ad nauseam. So there we go. Skill intensive, perfect brainstorm. They are on black-red Reanimator. So really the question here is, do we take the Cabal therapy that could really fuck up our shit? Or do we take the Exhume, because if they draw the right card, they just like play Grizzlebrand. If they're therapying, they're probably naming Dark Ritual, which just makes this game take long. Doesn't. So I'm going to take the Exhume, because they're going to probably Faithless Looting. Interesting that they did not. Oh, yeah, really interesting that they chose not to Faithless Loot. Anyone knows why they might not. I'm going to take this. Because taking the Faithless Looting also might be a good play. This is just like when you Thoughtseize a Brainstorm or something like that. Because that's 2 extra cards, including putting 1 in the bank. Oh, this is where I'm going to take a screenshot, tweet this into the, and ask everyone else what they. I'm gonna take the Faith. That seems okay. Here's the therapy. Let's see. Do they name Dark Ritual as I had guessed? They named ad nauseam. They named a 1 of. Wow. Interesting. Well, now I really wish I had taken ball therapy. Well, there's a passive play. So, we're still not in bad shape. We're looking to Past in Flames in another couple turns, like another ritual or 2. This is where I maybe should have done that off Volcanic Island. I'm going to keep this pedal. Now I can Thought Seize and like we can really get a little bit more good game. Lotus Petal, I want. Just gonna have to shuffle that. Because they are a discard deck. Faithless Looting with Flashback. Right. That's why you don't take Flashback, which I had forgotten about. They discarded a Tyrant and a Chancellor of the Annex. They did not take Exhume. I'm going to guess Chancellor of the Annex was here. That's true. Alright. What can we do here? Given that we basically have to win this turn. So we can go to 4. Let's do a 6 mana. Past in Flames with 2 left. Dark Ritual that up to 4. That's still not enough. I need to add Nauseam. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I guess Thoughtseize, hoping that Exhume is the only reanimation they have, that buys me a turn. Fetch this now while I'm remembering. I mean, I guess really, like, because Chancellor of the Annex is so backbreaking. Oh, wow. Their hand is nothing but reanimation spells. If I had a Cabal Therapy in the yard, I would take Animate Dead, and then I would just go for Past in Flames to get back the therapy. Wow, that's real not great. I guess I take Exhume. Like, the only reason to take Animate Dead is the Cabal Therapy interaction. Animate Dead subtracts 1 from their power. That's pretty minor. I'm really frustrated with myself with how I handled that Thoughtseize. Oh, they can get both of their. So they should be getting Exhuming for Tidespout Tyrant to bounce something when they reanimate the. A little frustrated with my. Yeah, I know how this. Yeah, stop popping stuff. I'm fucked. Pay 3 to ponder and see if there's any chance. So I have 1 turn with everything costing 1 extra. I have no bounce. There may be a line here, but it's beyond me. I'm just going to go ahead and save myself some clock. Alright. Alright, taking in Fluster Storms. In bounce. Thought Seizes are real bad, especially with duress present. kind of swamp because we're not needing basics. The Rain of Filth is a real worry. We'll go down. Yes, I would like to play first. A little unfortunate to get the basic here, but we're looking at Ponder, Infernal Tutor, and Dark Petition. We have the bounce. You know, rather not bouncing things. I'd rather be winning, but I think this is. There's a funny Storm play here where we bounce or play like 3 Lotus Petals, bounce them all, and replay them. Answer of the Annex. Enter the revealed card zone. Well, Ponder got a lot worse. This is where we get to make the decision of do we want to have a Ponder automatically gotten rid of or a Lotus Petal automatically gotten rid of. Or actually, we could just pay for the Lotus Petal. Yeah. As we just cast a Lotus Petal turn. That's fine. Not as bad as having our first spell hard count. In real life, they reveal the Chancellor of the Annex, and then you cast Lotus Petal and they say, okay. At least, my experience. Opening off Faithless Looting off a Lotus Petal. Wonder if they did not keep any. The Chancellor is strong. They're probably going to be discarding it to Faithless Looting. They're halfway there already. They discarded Chancellor and a Grizzlebrand. There's the land. I'm kind of betting Thoughtseize on. As the Reanimate, Answer of the Annex, which will mean that we can't bounce it this turn. We have to bounce it in our next turn. On the plus side, he is taking 7 against a 10. Ooh, and the land. How's this? This is an instant. I wait until I have more information. I think if he had additional reanimation, he would have used it so that he could have the Grizzlebrand draw a bunch of cards pre-combat. Pay for this, you get your Chancellor back in your hand. Can sacrifice land to give me my Lotus Petal back. That is a legal play he can make. And then the Animate Dead on Grizzlebrand, like that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I think he would have want to have drawn a bunch of cards pre-combat. Now he's at 5. He's already used a Lotus Petal. The odds of him being able to Thoughtseize are like, there's a chance we just do really well here. Discarding Chancellor of Annex to hand. One way to bin it. Also bounce the Grizzlebrand, which is pretty great. He's at 5. He cannot cast the card Reanimate again this. No, we can. Infernal Tutor on that Echoing Truth is actually not a terrible play here. Again, that's playing not to lose instead of playing. Okay, hold on. This is fun. All right. We get Dark Ritual. We cast Dark Ritual. That's Storm 2. Casting off the Misty Rainforest. Falling 3 mana. Plus 2 is 5. Storm count is 2. Dark Petition. Storm count is 3. We're going to have Spell Mastery? Yeah, we'll have Spell Mastery. Go to 3 black. Do this that I keep. Okay, 1, 2. Ritual. 3 black. One short of being able to do what I want. I can do. Can't Infernal Tutor for anything. Oh, I can Infernal Tutor for Dark Ritual, Dark Petition. Oh no, that doesn't get me there either. I'm still short. Now that I've already done this, I think I gotta go. Ritual is 5, Dark Petition leaving 3, Infernal Tutor, Dark Petition. LED leaving 3. Oh, I messed up. I think we still have a turn. And this is still what we want. And this makes Infernal Tutor a lot better because now I don't need to be. This has got to be lethal, right? I only need Storm. I'm overthinking this. I just need to get Tendrils. As long as he doesn't reanimate a Chancellor Knight. Now I need Storm 2. Tombing. Iona? Chancellor should just get there, right? Yeah, it gets Iona. Yep, that's somehow I missed that I could go get Tendrils. That's a funny mistake. Anyway, name blue. You should name blue, because that's what all my bounce is. On the plus side, I'm still a long way from being dead. I only have 1 piece of bounce left, but I have 3 turns to find it. Another Exhume. That changes things. I would guess this would be Grizzlebrand. Oh, Chancellor. I would say Grizzlebrand to start gaining that life in addition to all the other things. But Chancellor's going to make 2. I have no blocker. Yep. Well, that was rough because I'm pretty sure I had Good, that's what I'm playing for. Let's go to round 4. All right, let's join. There, don't allow. I would indeed like to play this. This has no mana sources that don't have the word mana source. This seems lovely. I'm going to be preordaining. I'm going to be duressing. I have LED Infernal Tutor. Unfortunately, I think Cabal Ritual is what I have to put back because everything else here is. Now we could start with, yeah, I think that's safer to start with. But then we have to get a C, and if they're on a Wasteland deck, that's bad. I'm just going to go ahead and pre. Here's the swamp we want. Press. Pedal bottom. Take the swamp for duress this turn. Plan it real slow. That also leaves a shuffle effect in hand. Opponent is currently holding priority in the beginning of combat step. Monastery Swiftspear, so they are on burn or blue-red. No, we're going to 19. So Price of Progress is a thing to be aware of here, in terms of fetching out basic, or in terms of like using this fetch land immediately. Generally, they should be dead before killer. Now holding priority in our upkeep. Person has a lot of stops set. Ritual is sweet. One, two, 3 storm right there. And getting something. I'll go ahead and duress and see if maybe they have Price of Progress we want to. They have 2 Chain Lightning. Also another Swiftspear. Next turn is likely to be Mountain Swiftspear Chain Lightning. Thing for 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm the one playing the degenerate combo. Yeah, no Eidolon is nice too. That's another one I hadn't thought of. Yeah, so we unfortunately probably, I'm guessing, keep Thought Season in this match purely for grabbing Eidolon. Person is playing standard legal basics. There's a Mountain and a Swiftspear. Chain Lightning in my face. There it is. Person now only has the card that they drew for the turn, which, knowing my luck, is almost certainly Fire Blast. I don't see the line right now, but I feel like we really are just like one draw away from just like blowing them away. Like, I think any ritual would be sweet here. Brainstorm is sweet. It's a magic card that has a lot of really good text on it. Let's... Storm is 1. We put back the land. Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Infernal Tutor gets Past in Flames is 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Putting back 2 lands. That's kind of fun. Actually, don't even have to crack the Lion's Eye. Oh, yes, I have to get the red. Unfortunately, these Cabal rituals will not have a threshold. That's kind of a first world problem in this scenario. Also, get Dark Petition here. 5, 6, 7 for Past in Flames, 8, 9, 10 off rituals then. So I don't even need to. Alright. Past in... We're going to cast a Past in Flames using all the red, leaving a black. And because we don't actually have Threshold, well, we will soon not have Threshold. We cast the Cabal rituals first. There's the Hey, look, Threshold. Thanks, LED, and casting lots of spells. I wonder if burn is even in this list. The word burn does not appear in this sideboard guide. Decays for Eidolon. Getting rid of Duress and Reign of Filth. Is Reign of Filth a sorcery or an instant? Instant, which means you could cast it in response to Price of Progress and wipe your side of the board. Seems bad. That would be illegal. Take out the Duresses. Keep the Thoughtseizes, which just seems so terrible, but like I need to be able to get Eidolon. They'll be hedging on Eidolon, Pillar, and maybe Crypt. Yeah, that seems about right. Which is why I'm bringing in like maximum Eidolon. I guess we could bring in Truth too. I'd kind of rather them not be able to recast it for the same mana cost. Play Decay instead. Reign of Filth seems like, yeah, that interaction is cute. I'm gonna cut past. Alright, so right now I'm at plus chain, plus 3 decay, minus 3 duress. I can see the empty here as well. Like, empty is always great as a sideboard card, just because sometimes you empty for like two, but you empty for like 4 dudes. we'll go with this. I would like you spawning windows at the bottom. It has lots of dig, it has basic lands, it has a ritual, it has a lotus petal. I'm going to keep this. Seems perfectly fine. Swift Spear. Swift Spear is probably their best turn 1 play. And a crypt. So Swift Spear is swinging for 2, and they have a Tormod's Crypt. Kind of glad to cut a Past in Flames. They have 2 Tormod's Crypts. So I think we're just not attempting to cast the card Past in Flames here for any reason other than building Storm with the card Past in Flames. Start with there's a decay. Unfortunately, the decay on a crypt is not very good, given that they have 2. Titian's a ways off. Like I definitely just I don't want to draw all 3 of those cards, and I don't have a shuffle effect. Got a Petal, which is not bad. Titian does get nerfed by crypt as well. Good point. This is another situation where maybe playing out one of the petals is right, just to get around Eidolon. Well, Chain Lightning is an Eidolon, so that's good. Light up the stage. What are they going to... I don't even know what zone this ends up. Mountain. Strong light up the stage. Wonder if... Am I supposed to take out Ad Nauseam in this matchup, given how few cards it's likely to draw by the time I can make 5 mana? Wow, petals for days. I'm going to be brainstorming here with the plan of preordaining 2 cards to the bottom possibly. There's a Cabal Ritual, which also gets shut off by, well, semi-shut off by. I'm going to put back the C, planning on getting it with the Delta. I'll keep the Bayou for Orlando. I have 3 Lotus Petals, so I'll pull. Fetch and preordain. Where's Cyrus when we need him? I'm sure Cyrus has any number of better things to do than watch me play this deck very poorly. Well, 2 lands. I don't want either of those. Just shuffled a land away. There's an LED, which is going to be nice, because depending on what Brainstorm gets, we might be... LED is sweet. Black Lotus. But better and worse. Going straight to combat, so presumably... how are we doing this? We're doing this during combat, casting Price of Progress. That's a very odd choice, and only doing it with 1 land. By the way, they did play a Mountain from Exile. I mean, I say that's odd. I'm really close to being dead. I could definitely see an argument for brainstorming in the upkeep. It would be a better argument if I had... There's an Infernal Tutor. We have Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have Tormod's Crypt, so we're not going for passive. I'm also probably dead next turn, so I think I have to go for it regardless. Start with Brainstorm because we have the mana. That could just get us there. If this is just like a natural red blast. Chain of Vapor doesn't do it. Infernal Tutor is kind of sweet because we're going to be at 1, 2, 5, 6. I'm just going to call this +1, 7. Infernal Tutor to 5, getting an Infernal Tutor, Infernal 3, and getting an Infernal 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 short. Ooh, Chain bounces our petals and the diamond. Good call on that. I do still want my land drop. Kind of funny. I think I'm just not playing a land this turn. Chain only drops as many as we... Oh, we sacrifice 2. Yeah, perfect. Yep. I don't know how Chain of Vapor asks you if you want. I don't think I've ever had this cast against me. I will sacrifice land. Sweet, so it does ask you. Copied it. And now I will have to make the choice again. Okay, I see how it does. This is I've actually never had to resolve Chain of Vapor in this way. That's why I'm going slowly and trying to make sure I don't get it wrong. Does he pop Tormod's Crypt in response to Cabal Ritual? I think I would, especially given that he has 2 of them. Wow, he did not. Thanks, God. Infernal Tutor puts me to 4. Get an Infernal Tutor. Infernal Tutor again. And also just get... I have lethal here, so it doesn't matter. In fact, I don't even have to crack Lion's Eye. Look, man, I'm used to playing Grizzlebrand Storm decks where, like, you need to be at Storm 17 to win the game. Oh, and then I didn't crack LED anyway. Whew. Good thing I am highly skilled. This time, we will remember to hold priority. Just, because there's no kill like over. And I will go find tendrils. Where are you? How many drills? Win the match. All right. I'm 2-2. I'm pretty happy with that result. It is 5:17 local. I should respond to the message. Yeah, that was really cool. That was a fun match. I think, given that it's about time to start doing my thing, that I'm going to finish this league and probably call that, and then actually not even call it probably, then import this video and cut it up and put it on YouTube. Then do night. Another thing that's lovely about playing a Storm deck is we are going into round 5. We played 2 practice matches, and we are less than 2:10 into the stream, 10 minutes of which was stream coming soon. That's also part of the reason I've kind of more recently been playing more Moto than paper, is the ability to just like, okay, match is over, let's play another match. Longish wait. We've also been fortunate, we've played 5 different decks. The first 2 matches that I played with Ant were both against Miracles, and I did win both of them, which is kind of amazing. The first one, I did not even mean to join the match. I clicked the wrong button, and then I was playing. Alrighty. Oh, already. We have yet another new opponent, so that's cool. Would like to play it first. This hand does a lot of things. I feel like this is a combo killing hand, but without much dig. Kind of okay with that, especially given that this is the last match. I'm just going to open on Thought Seizing them. I just noticed the terrible basic that that's just a real crime. Oh, are we playing Burn again? Come on, show me the whole goddamn hand. Well, they have an Eidolon, so obviously that's what we're taking. They also have Lava Spike, Lightning Bolt, Swift Spear, Rift Bolt, and a single basic mountain. I think there's absolutely no situation in which Eidolon is the right or the wrong thing to do. There's a mountain, here's a Swift Spear. Oh, they drew a Goblin Guide. Let's go, no whammies. I have to reconfigure my stream so that everything is at the bottom of my monitor. That's where it likes to pop things. Preordain entered the revealed card zone. I'm very okay with Preordain. Just cast the magical card Preordain. You have an Ad Nauseam?
which we do not have any way of casting it. I think the Preordain, that seems fine. We're not super under pressure, right? I could see an argument to using the Lotus Petal to. I don't think that's right. That there is the potential that Preordain draws you into something that's where you then untap and do broken things, which is what I'm trying to do. There's second land. There's a Swift Spear. This will probably be a Lightning Bolt or a Lava Spike. I guess you probably always Lava Spike when you Lightning Bolt ends up being better later. Here's the other reason we get rid of Ad Nauseam. Oh, sweet, drew a land. Infernal Tutor gets worse somehow? So far, they are literally playing Modern Burn. There's only like 6 cards different in the main deck, aren't there? Oh man, we're gonna be Preordaining so fucking much. And it'd be a funny card to bring in against Burn is Grape Shot and just like wipe their board of all these little shitters. We don't want the second Infernal Tutor. I know that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Infernal Tutor is 6. I think we have a James kill here. If we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Infernal Tutor would put us at 8. I'm going to keep this because we're really close to lethal. Like this Preordain can give us lethal. We are also quite close to dead next turn. They have 2 Lightning Bolts. Yeah, we are dead next turn. So actually, Chip Shot Tendrils may not be a bad call. And there's a Dark. So in either case, whether we have it or not, we have to go for it, if only to rebuild our life. I can actually get black with lions. Lotus Petals. In real life, my Past in Flames, the set symbols don't match, which, as I'm sure anyone knows, means it forces you to always find the one with the Innistrad set symbol. And you can't be playing the command. Well, we certainly want to Dark Ritual first. That's Storm 9. Infernal Tutor puts us at 2 mana. Look this up again. Yeah, I think I did. This is 2 mana plus the 3. Well, we were dead next turn anyway. When in doubt, fucking go for it, right? Anything we can get 2 mana that I think I just have to preordain. Hope to find the thing. Which there's a lot of things that it could be.
That's not one of them. There's that.
I think I messed up, but I'm also not sure that I ever had a chance. I've just Infernal Tutored for the chip shot tendrils, hoped to come back with Past in Flames later, perhaps. So now we just need to... Therapy Bolts live another turn. That's a good point. You can also actually flashback the Thoughtseize. Go to 6, depending on what they have. So they have only Rift Bolt, which means we can Thoughtseize, go to 6, and as long as they don't draw a burn spell, we get to untap and do nothing. I see no reason to not do that. We're alive for one more turn. And I don't know that there's a single card we can draw that would make us not, or not dead. In all of Magic, is there a single card we could untap, play, and not be dead the following? Well, if this guy wants to sit here and burn his clock while he thinks about whether or not to attack when he has nothing on board, nothing in his hand. Okay, I got our out. Our out is Goblin Guide reveals a white producing land. We draw it. We then draw balance for the turn. Okay. Taken 2, in real life, I would untap, draw, and cast the Thoughtseize together. Alright, what did we bring in last time? We brought in Chain of Vapor, Decays, and Empty the Woods. Took out Duresses and Reign of Filth. We took out a Past in Flames. What's the last thing we took? I think it was just one Preordain. Maybe it was one Cabal. I think it was one. If anyone has input on making this more better, appreciate it, because we have a little... Hey. Ooh. Alright, let's go with this. This is our only duplicate deck all day. Yeah, I think like the only difference maybe is you could consider Echoing Truth over Decay because it is easier to cast. I'm actually have looked at the Ant Sideboard Bible, and the word burn does not appear in it. This is... we have Perfect Brainstorm. We have Preordain followed by Perfect Brainstorm. This seems fine, if a little slow. Chris, the reason I'm not taking out Thoughtseize, though, is that Eidolon is such a big deal. Because Eidolon is a 4-of if they're not playing a budget build. Well, they brought in Leyline of the Void. Nothing you can do about that, but I don't know if I consider a 4-mana spell on turn 0 for no mana fair. Like, is that more or less fair than paying 1 for Grizzlebrand? This Decay, if it were an Echoing Truth, would be quite good here. As is, I'm going to bottom that. I'm going to keep this Ponder. I think I'd rather have a discard spell, but the plan is to next turn Brainstorm, Shuffle, follow up with something. Oh my god, they play... Oh, they have mismatched Goblin Guides? This person is just my worst enemy. Sorry if you're stream sniping, but you are now my worst enemy. We're probably putting back Brainstorm. What a month. Ritual's nice. Oh, we got some Ponders. Like, this is actually like... This is looking pretty nice. I don't mind this at all. I'm going to put back the Bayou because I've got multiple fetches. I think I'm going to Brainstorm. We have the fetches. Also have the Ponders, and I kind of don't want to get rid of anything else. I want to be making land drops. I want to be casting rituals. And like, what is Brainstorm going to find that Ponder isn't? Like, either I ponder into draw, which means that I've replicated the Brainstorm, or I ponder into business. That's basically all that is in the deck. I do, interestingly, though, I think I get Trop here in case I draw the Decays. I should pop out my Exile Zone, Graveyard. Again, with Abrupt Decay showing up when Leyline of the Void. Don't think I want any of this. Like, I think the situation in which I want any of this is I want the Tendrils of Agony for a chip shot tendril. Chip shot tendrils is not how you win the game. Cabal Therapy is nice. I think if they don't cast an Eidolon next turn, then it means they don't have an Eidolon, so you don't name Eidolon. I think that names Piece of Progress. Yeah, no joke. That's a thing I hadn't thought of. We definitely don't win with the chip shot tendrils when they have. Let's see land. Revealed Cabal Ritual. Like, I'm really close to just playing my hand and being like, "There's Storm." Ponder again. We might also be getting close to doing one of. Fast and Flames, real bad. Just super bad. We have a fetch, so like the Brainstorm's okay, but we don't have a follow-up fetch. Because we want to shuffle away the rest. So I am going to again shuffle. We have Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. Therapy 2. I'm gonna Therapy. The choices are like, if he had Eidolon, he would have played Eidolon. After that, got a Crypt, he would have played Crypt. Mindbreak Trap, Fire Blast, and Price of Progress, which he might not have played because I would be ideally pulling out more. So I'm gonna name Price of Progress. Also, the Sideboard Bible for Ant says, always name the card you want them to have the least, regardless of how many they've played already. They have a Swift Spear and a Rift Bolt. So they will just be playing a Swift Spear next turn, unless they draw something. Ooh, hey, let's not miss our land drops. Thanks, second main stop. Interesting that he went to combat with the Swift Spear in hand. Revealed an Infernal Tutor. That's getting kind of interesting. Oh no, did I forget to bring in Empty the Warrens? Empty would be a win here, I would think. There's the Eidolon. So now we're in real rough shape. Okay, I did bring in Empty. Let's say an Empty here off all these, with just like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Empty for 14, then he's just purely playing Burn. But the Eidolon is just alert. We're at 2, 3, 4, 5. If he has, we know what both is. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Alright, we need less damage now. And I would imagine whatever he drew we see here. Yeah, there we go. That's lethal. Well, 2-3, I felt that I did learn a fair amount. Let me draw cards. I want to see what I got. What I didn't get. Yeah, I felt I learned a lot there. Would have liked to have gone 3-2 and at least free-rolled the league, but the great Mick Jagger once said, you cannot always get what you want. So yeah, that was fun. I'm going to be trying to practice a lot more Ants, which may include streaming, as long as, I don't know, as long as that's possible. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll have VODs up on YouTube. If you have any comments on plays I should have made, that would be a great place to put them. Or you can tweet at me. I am at TheCraven1, O-N-E, not the number 1 on Twitter. I guess is the same as my name here. That makes sense. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will do better next time.